Nobody asked them to be the strong one. It just happened. One day, they were just a person. And then slowly, without anyone saying a word, they became the one who handles things. The one people call when it falls apart. The one who shows up. Who holds it together. Who doesn't get to have a bad day because everyone else is already having one. And somewhere along the way, they forgot that being strong was supposed to be a choice. Stay with me, because what happens to a person who has been strong for too long is something nobody ever talks about. And it's time someone did. It rarely starts with a dramatic moment. It starts with a small one. A parent who was struggling and a child who noticed. A family that needed someone to keep it together and one person who stepped up. A group of friends where someone had to be the stable one and they were just there and they were good at it. So people kept coming and they kept showing up. Because showing up felt like being needed. And being needed felt like being loved. That's where it gets complicated. Because for a lot of these people, strength wasn't just a role they played. It became the only version of themselves they knew how to be. Strong people carry things quietly. That's the whole point. Nobody is supposed to see the weight. So they don't mention that they haven't slept properly in months. They don't say that they cried in the car before walking into the room. They don't admit that the question, "How are you?" makes them want to laugh echoes. They genuinely don't remember the last time someone waited for the real answer. They just keep moving, because stopping feels like failing. And failing for the strong one has never been an option. Here's what the strong one actually wants. Not advice, not solutions, not someone telling them they've got this. They just want someone to ask. Not "Are you okay?" because they've answered that 1,000 times with a smile. But a real ask. A slow one. The kind that says, "I actually want to know. I'm not going anywhere. You don't have to manage this one." Most of them have never been asked like that. So they don't even know what they'd say. They just know they're tired. And that tired goes deeper than sleep can fix. Here's the paradox of being the strong one. They are surrounded by people who need them, and completely, quietly alone. Because the relationships they built were built around their function. People came to them with problems, not to know them. People leaned on them, but never thought to ask if they needed to lean to. And the strong one let it happen. Because needing something felt like weakness. And weakness for the person everyone depends on felt unforgivable. There comes a moment, and it's different for everyone when the strong one just can't. Not, won't, can't. The phone rings, and they stare at it. Someone needs something, and they feel nothing. They show up, but something essential is missing. Like a light that's been on too long, finally starting to flicker. And the terrifying part is not the exhaustion. It's the guilt. Because who are they if they're not the strong one? What's left when the thing that made them valuable to everyone runs out? That question is heavier than anything they've ever carried, and they carry it alone, like everything else. Here's what I want you to hear. Strength was never the problem. The problem was that nobody ever told you you were allowed to put it down. You were allowed to have a bad day and still be loved. Allowed to say, "I can't right now," and still be needed. Allowed to fall apart and still be the person everyone believes in. Being tired of being strong doesn't mean you failed. It means you've been carrying something that was always meant to be shared. You were never supposed to do this alone. The fact that you did for this long is not a sign of your strength. It's a sign of how much you love the people around you. And how much quietly, desperately, you've been hoping Simeon would finally love you back the same way. If this video was about you, you don't have to be strong right now. Not here. Not for me. Just rest. You've earned it. And if you know someone who has been strong for too long, send this to them. No caption needed. They'll know.